coolant is, look, that coolant level right there has not moved since I've upgraded everything. And so after upgrading all the metal parts, I've upgraded. I put the metal thermostat. So you got to remember, today on this video, we're going to be talking about the thermostats and the coolant. Welcome back to Tech Mods. We're back in the garage again, and we've been having a lot of subscribers asking a whole bunch of questions about the cooling system. They've been asking, where do you find the leaks? Because where are the most common places where these leaks are? Mm-hmm. And what else was they been asking there, Babs?
Well, they've listed several different types of cars, the different models: Ford, Toyota, Lexus, Mercedes, BMW, and Jaguar.
Okay, so a lot of these newer cars basically be making them with plastic parts, and they've been cracking and leaking. So the only good thing about Jaguar, we've been able to get all the parts which do crack made in metal. So let's go back over here. I'm going to show you a few parts which actually crack within time, like any plastic part's going to crack within time with the coolant, the hot and cold pressure. It's going to be the first one you're going to have is your thermostat. We're going to change that to metal. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to change this thermostat right here. So that's going to crack. And right here, this piece, like you've seen all my videos, I've shown you guys how to install this pipe and all the rest of the pipes. So this pipe will actually crack because this is made out of plastic, and I replace it with this metal one. And there's a pipe down there made out of plastic, which I replaced made out of metal. And there's going to be this bleeder screw. This bleeder screw is made out of plastic. This actually will deteriorate on you, so I replace it with metal. Then in the rear, you can't really see it right here. You've seen it in all my videos, but in the rear, there's going to be a metal crossover pipe. So that's your crossover pipe. These are your white pipes, all right? So what we'll do, we'll go upstairs. I'm going to explain to you and show you all the parts you're going to need in one of your Jaguar XFs, your F-types. I'm going to show you on your F-types, your XJs. And so the AJ126 engine and the AJ133 engine. So we will get these cars running bulletproof. You don't have to worry about when you're taking a trip whether, your coolant, you start smelling coolant. This has not moved. This don't even move, man. We can go anywhere and don't worry about it. So we're going to go upstairs and we're going to show you everything you need to know. We'll be right back. Okay, so now we're at the table. Let's talk all this stuff here. The video in actuality is going to be me installing this metal one, getting rid of the plastic one, right? So I want to explain to you guys about all the rest of the stuff for the modifications, for all the stuff which leak and how you're going to do all this shit. And so what we're going to do is, let's start with this right here. I'm going to start with the oil cooler. Now the oil cooler has a gasket underneath. So you're looking all over the place for that leak. You've changed the white pipes, you've changed everything. But there is one other thing under there, which is an oil cooler. And if you can see right here, it starts to deteriorate around here and around here in these areas. And so what happens is you'll spring a leak underneath the oil cooler. So if you're going to change the oil cooler, what you have to do is you're going to put a bead of black gasket maker around this hole, a bead of gasket maker around this hole, little bead around this hole. So that's where you don't need to put it all over it. All you need to do is around this hole and around this hole. Just put a little bead of gasket maker around these holes right here. Okay, so that's one other place it may leak for you guys.
Excuse me, quick question. Is it like an ointment or
no? It's a gasket maker.
A putty or what?
It's like a glue in the automotive industry. It's like
I see.
It's a gasket, you know.
Okay.
It's for those people. You got to remember, a lot of you guys might not know a lot of this stuff, so she's gonna ask questions. So just bear along with it. And you remember that a lot of you guys know all this stuff already, but there's gonna be a lot of you guys who don't know anything about any of this stuff. So we're gonna try and make it as easy and understandable when we speak about this stuff. So we know about the pipes right here. You're going to replace this plastic pipe with this metal pipe, right? These are going to be your white pipes. You're going to replace from this plastic pipe to this metal pipe. You know they're going to blow on you. Even with these, they crack right here. It's going to crack right here. And so what you're going to do is, when you put this new one on, you're going to replace it with this O-ring right here. Here is the part number. So you're going to replace it with that O-ring, okay? So you're going to pop this off like I showed you in the other videos and put them O-rings on there, okay? So that's these three so far, which actually leak. Then we're going to get to this one right here. This one's for your 5.0. That will blow out. They blow out right on these seams right here. And this one right here, this is for the 3.0, which will blow out on the seam. And sometimes they'll even blow out with a sensor. So let me show you the sensor right here. Sometimes the sensors will actually leak. And so if you want to put the sensor in, so you're replacing the sensor, it's got like a little notch right here. 2 notches, a smaller one and a bigger one, right? So when you're installing it, you're looking at it like this. So that's a smaller one. You put it in like so. So you push it right in, then you turn it like there. Now to get it out, pause. To get it out, you see this little tab right here? So you're going to pop that little tab a little bit. Just going to pull it towards you. Once you pull that tab towards you, then you could just twist it and pull it out. All right? So that's that. And you got 2 of these sensors. One sensor on here, which are the same-ish, and you got another sensor right here. Okay? So if I'm going to take this out, you got to pull that tab right here, and then you can turn it and pull it right out.
Excuse me, can I see where the tab is?
Little tab right here. See that? If you need to change that, because what happens is...
Can you just hold it still for a minute?
Okay.
Thank you.
Because what happens is sometimes you will get a code which will say PO 128, I think it is, if I remember. That what's happening is it's overcooling. So this is staying open. The actual sensor is staying open. So you'll get a PO 128, I think it is. And it's one of these sensors. It's going to be either this one, or it's going to be this sensor right here. Now remember, with the thermostat, it has another sensor right here, which is not a sensor. I repeat, this is not a sensor. This is wax. This is a wax.
Oh.
And what it is in here, this well, I don't want to call it sensor, but actually, what it does, it melts and it accelerates the process for this to open. So the sensors will read, this will start to melt, and once it starts to melt, in here it's like a wax pellet kind of thing, and it will tell the computer to open up the thermostat to let the coolant run through the engine on a cold start. Okay, so now when you pull the thing about these thermostats is down there pretty good, and it's a pain in the butt to get to. So when you're down there, look at where the clamp is. It's usually like this, and the clamp is on the rear. So you're gonna need all kinds of let me show you some of the tools. I got one other tool which is able to clamp this from behind and pull it in.
Let me see that tool, please.
So you're gonna need tools like this, but you need this other tool which I don't have on me right now.
Excuse me, can I get a?
Let me show you right here.
Thank you.
So you'll grab it with this. See if I can get this to turn. All right. So let me got it the wrong way around. So I'm gonna show you how you do it. So you see how that's on there like that? That's like that. And I will hold it for you so you can just wiggle it around and wiggle it right off, right? So you're definitely gonna need one of these tools right here.
Can you hold up that tool so that I can see it?
Yeah. And then what helped me also is while this is down there, because you need to reach down there to get the clamps itself, this big long extension tool, this one will actually do a good job too also. It's a little difficult for me to do this but this one right here.
That looks like a barbecue grill.
Yeah. And it's hard for me to do it. Hold on, let me see if I can get it. So this, while it's down there, you're gonna be like this.
Oh.
So you'll be able to grab it like this and lock it. See that?
I heard it click.
And you'll hear it click and you'll lock into place, and then you can just wiggle it off. See how I can wiggle it off like that?
Oh.
Then I'll just wiggle it all the way down. So this tool is a huge help.
It has jaws.
This one is a huge help, big time. And so with this, now once you pop the pin, you're gonna need to pop the pin while it's down there. So you'll get your little screwdriver, pop that pin, and then this is the part which people have problems been asking me on the forums, how do I get this piece off? So what you do is you grab a mallet. It's going to make a little noise. It's going to be a little, so you just tap it. Tap the other side. It's going to go flying in a second. Hold on. It's difficult. So, and you keep tapping. Can you see that it's coming away right here? So you tap, and there it is. It comes apart.
Whoa.
Now, when you put the new, say you're going to put the new, you have to put this on the new one right here. Then you'll make marks and line it up. And so when you do it, let me see if I can find it right here. Find the mark, where it is. You see these little notches right here?
Where
see
are the
these
notches?
right here. That notch.
Oh, yes.
And you got that notch.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to line up the notches. So let me look at, because I'm looking at this upside down, so it's going to be a little awkward for me. So that's going to be like that. In actuality, let me see. I'm looking at it upside down. There we go. All right, so when you put this back together, then it'll slide right on. And if it doesn't slide right on, just give it a quick little tap, and it'll pop right on for you. And lock your little tab. You're good to go. So that's that. And so with this, you just gotta it's a little awkward doing that. It's a little awkward, but you can get it done. Now, remember, there's another piece you need. Plastic, metal. You're gonna get rid of the plastic, get you a nice metal one, right? These are inexpensive. Okay, so now let's move along. So you remember all the sensors. One sensor goes on you. You'll have, if you have a stuck, closed thermostat, it will start overheating on you. You'll get up to like 240 degrees. You got a problem. You got to change that thermostat. If it's under cooling, you'll get a code P0128. And it's either this sensor right here, Let me show you. If you get that code, where is it? Oh, it's on the end. It's on the thing. Where did I? Oh, put it on the right here. You have either be this sensor, or you get a P0128. You'll either grab one with a sensor in it. It'll either be this sensor right here. So if it's letting the coolant keep going all the way through and it overcooling it, then this sensor might have gone bad on you.
To the camera, please.
This sensor may go bad on you, or it could be leaking. So that's another thing. Then you got these little thingamybobbies. So let's find us a water pump. All right, here's your water pump, right? So originally, let's find it. Where is it? I had a plastic little pipe. Okay, so now where was I? Okay, water pump. Water pump. Most of the time, the water pump's fine. It's just, remember I just showed you this piece. This little seal, just like the little seal back there, that'll get deteriorated and it'll die on you. And sometimes another thing will happen is this plastic thing will break on you. All right? It'll crack. So that's another thing. Okay, so now you have this piece which actually goes into here. Let me see if I can do this right, because I'm doing everything upside down. It sucks. Ugh. So your water pump, God help me, please. So your water pump's like that. And then you got this pipe. It's weird because I'm doing this upside down. I can't even figure out which way I'm going. Well, put it like this. This little pipe right here goes into here, right? And when you're taking everything apart, this little pipe will actually break. It's made out of plastic. And so what you do is you'll get a metal pipe instead. Let me show you the metal pipe. This is the pipe you want to put in here. Oh. So they got an updated metal pipe, which goes.
Snout.
Yeah, so this is the updated one of these. All right. So it's the exact same thing, but made out of metal. So it's another metal part. Wow. So you put that goes in there like that. And to get it out, you need a little screwdriver. It's going to be, and you push down on here. It's going to be a little difficult for me because I'm holding it on this glass thing. So, but you get the drift. I don't want to crack this freaking table. But you'll push this down and this will pop right out. That's another thing. All right. So what else was we got left on here? We have the snouts. Supercharger. Hold on. Somebody calling. Okay. All right. So the snout. A lot of people will have this. It's going to be your factory OEM coupler, right? Factory OEM coupler, right? Okay. Goes in here, and but what happens is this little coupler will break on you. The spring will start to mess up. The spring and you'll make little wears right in here. And there's a lot of alternatives you can use, which I know a lot of you guys know about it, but there's going to be a lot of guys who don't. You can go to a solid coupler. Now, there's a lot of controversy around a solid coupler to going back to the stock one. It's up to you. It's your choice. But the ones I know which work pretty well is you got one from ZZP, LSA Superchargers. And when you put it on, there's going to be a lot of fake ones out there. And when you put these things on, see how it fits on here? When you put these on, let me get it. It has to be snug. It has to be so tight. I mean, it's got to be tight to get on here. Let me see. So I'm going to try and get this thing on here. You know that it's a good one if it's hard to get on. See, I'm having a hard time pushing that on. Hard time pushing it on. See, look at that. I got to give it a lot of force. This is a good one. This is an original one. That's the one you want, which is really tight to get on there.
Excuse me, but is there information on the package there?
Yeah, this is it right here. This is the ZZP LSA Supercharger coupler. Then you have this other one, this is another good one right here. This is the Motoku. That's another one also. And so these two are really good. They take a lot of heat. These are, they take a lot of heat. You can either use these or you can go back to stock. You can go back to stock. It's up to you. I did not go back to stock. I went with one of these and it's lasted me, 3 or 4 years? I can't remember how many years. It's lasted me so long. No noise. Usually they'll say that you'll get a lot of noise with these ones, but because they're fake. They got a bunch of fake ones out there, and they'll still make a noise. You gotta have a tight one, a really good tight one. What else we have here? Okay, now I want to show you some other tools. Tools what I used to get this puppy off. You see, it's gonna be like this back there, right? You're gonna have 3 screws, and it's so tight back there, trying to get a screw in there. So what you're gonna do?
Excuse me. Can you hold it up so I could see the 3 screws on the back?
Right here. So to get to this, it's gonna be a pain in the butt a little bit. So what you do is, hold on, Bubs. I got this little toolie which saves the day. So this is my little wrenches I use to get back here, which are really nice and small and tight. And you got your little T30. You'll put your little T30 in there right here. You get these on Amazon. Pop that in there, boom. Oh, little baby one. And it's
so tiny.
Yeah, and you just unscrew it from the back there because it's so tight back there. And then you'll grab this one if you want to get into a different position. And the good thing about this one, you can either put another one on this side and it'll lock it in. And so you can go back there and do your little whatever. So what I'll do, I'll put a list of all these little tools and all this stuff.
Yes.
And actually, in the next video, I'll make a parts list. Put all this together in order for you to get this stuff.
Good idea.
And so it'll make it a lot easier for you guys. The biggest thing is that the cars are brilliant. The engines are so good. I mean, the engine's a brilliant engine. And the thing about it, they just have these little weak parts. This, and this. These metal parts are inexpensive. It's just like doing a service. You're not breaking the bank or reinventing the wheel. You're just doing a service. You're just changing these crappy parts to metal parts. That's all you're doing. Awesome. All right, so now you have your coolant reservoir tank, right? Well, you're trying to find that leak, right? So you got this tool right here, which is a pressure tester tool right here. And it's got all these little attachments on here. I fill this up with water. I'm going to show you how to use this thing. So I'm going to try and do this without making a mess of my wife killing me. So let's see if I can rest it on here somehow. Give you a demonstration. Now, you can get these at Harbor Freight, inexpensive. So if you're looking for that leak, you're going to find it. You're going to usually this is in here like that. You got to find the right one. And so what you'll do is you'll screw this onto here like that. Got to screw it on real tight, like that. Make sure you screw it on tight. Then you're going to grab this little piece right here.
Excuse me, can I just see the tool, what that looks like? Okay.
This is what the tool looks like right there.
Thank you.
Then you're going to pop this on here like so.
Okay.
You're in like Flynn. Let's see if I can. I'm being very delicate here because I'm not trying to break my wife's table. So I'm trying not to die tonight.
No.
All right. Pause. Okay, guys, I had to abort this mission, but I'm just going to try and explain it to you because I don't want to break the wife's table,
Ooh, crisis averted.
So, everyone should have one of these pressure testers, right? You screw it onto the top of your coolant tank. See what I'm talking about? I don't want to break anything here. That's why I'm trying to be gingerly not mess anything up. Trying to get myself in trouble here.
But in a china cabinet.
Yeah. So I fill this up with water. Just imagine it's in the car. I'm not trying to pump it up or anything. I'll get in trouble. You're going to keep pumping this up. And it's going to go to like 15 pounds, right? And you want it to stay there. You want it to hold. So you're going to bring it up to around about 15. And you want to, once you pumped it up, you want to walk away for like 10 minutes. And then come back and see if it's moved. Because if it's moved, you know you got a leak. And if it's moved, you know you got a leak. One of these pipes is leaking. You're going to look around for coolant, which has been pushed out. Okay? So that's what this is for. You need to get one of these from Harbor Freight. It's inexpensive. Screw it right on. Pump it up. Look around the car. See if you see any leaks or whatever, wherever it's coming from. And then you'll know where to start. And the thing about it, once you find one leak, because you got pressure, don't try and change the one piece. Change them all. Because once you change this one piece, now you fix that one piece, right? Pressure is going to go in the system. It's going to go after the next plastic part. And then the next plastic part. And then you just wasted all that time taking everything apart when you could have just changed everything. I'm just trying to make this video so that you just don't go and just say, oh, I'm just going to change these two and just be done with it. I'm just trying to drive this home to you guys. Just change these inexpensive parts. And then,
question.
What you got there, Babs?
Does that part that's attached to the tank right now, does it come inside of this black kit?
Yeah, it comes in here. Okay. It's like a little kit.
So that goes into this right
Yeah.
Okay.
And so this will,
my quick question.
Yeah, this will go into here. So like a whole little kit.
Okay.
And then you'll unscrew this, put this back in there.
Got it.
You're good to go. So I know this guy is a little messy right here, but I was just trying to explain to you, what things you need in order for your Jaguar to last a long, long time. It could be an XJ, XF, F-Type, XE, F-Pace. We got a whole lineup of cars where you can make them bulletproof. You don't need to buy a new car. You know this crazy stuff about buying cars today. Your mortgage payment, a car payment's like a mortgage payment now, $1,000, $1,500. Just keep your car. Just take care of it. You got to do is start from today. Change all the plastic parts. Order all the parts. Get them. Put them on the car and just enjoy driving it. And so, guys, and then forget about that. Once you do take the supercharger off and you start putting the pipes on, make sure you get your gaskets kit. You're going to need this gasket for the helmet on the top, and you're going to need this for the runners from below, okay? So make sure you get your gaskets, okay? So thank you, guys. Love you guys, and I want to meet you back at the car. We're going to go for a test drive. All right, bye-bye. So as you can see right here, this is the piece which actually breaks. So that's one thing you got to be careful of, that piece right here. And then you have, I'm very lucky with mine. If you can notice down there, the clamps are on the outside. So if I reach down there, you can see this clamp down here. That clamp is on the outside, so it's going to be easy to get to. And so that will make things a lot easier. So let me start yanking away at this thing, and let me get back to you. So as you can see, with that clamp right there, I'm able to get it free. So what you do is you use this kind of clamp right here. So now I'm able to get it free. You can see me wiggling it. And so I use one of these right here. And that will help. That'll help bring it down. And we're going to start getting the other ones also. Okay, guys. So as you can see, we have the long clamp on this one right here, which is holding it, which I was able to bring it up. And then I got this one on this right here. So now all I got to do is release everything. Now remember I told you about this can break? Yes. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a cup right here to capture any antifreeze. You're going to get your screwdriver, push it in, and pop it out. And if you notice, antifreeze is going to start spewing out of it. So I'm just giving you what you probably would not know. And when you pull this back, what happens is, if you pull it back,
you're pulling back.
You pull it back too much, you crack this. So
you have to be careful.
Very careful. So
okay,
leave that to drizzle. Okay. So
the cat's trying to get the cookies.
Oh, you got cookies, Babs?
Yeah.
Bring some cookies to Dennis. Come on, let's do this. You got cookies?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Babs has got some cookies she's going to bring. I'll hold this. Meanwhile, I'm yapping. I'm just talking about cookies and stuff. So we released all the... and then all we're going to do now is going to pull everything out. So, Babs, look at this, cookies. So, guys, we're going to have a little break right here because I got to eat these cookies. They look good.
They're gluten-free chocolate
All right,
chips.
Babs. Pause it up.
Okay.
Oh, man, Babs, that was good. I want to grab them with my hands, but I got my gloves on, so I got a good idea.
Oh, I gave you a fork.
Mmm. Glove. And they're warm, too. All right, let me go back to work now. Okay, so now we've transferred all the parts over. And as you can see, we got this like this. And the only thing we need to take off is this. And so what we're going to do, we're going to tap this off and see if we can get this piece off. That's the only hard part about doing this is getting this piece off right here. And so we're going to tap this off and see if we can get it off. All right, so as you can see, if I tap it, this will start to separate. So you see right here, and there it is. There it goes. Okay, so pause. See how easy that was? All you got to do is tap it a few times because it's crushed into here like that. And then you tap it a few times and pop, comes right off. Real easy. But you got to make sure you pull your pin first. Usually this pin's out here. Usually you pull that out. I get my finger stuck. And then it's going to be like this. And I make sure, like I did, I drew a line on here. Where is it? See that blue line?
I see a red line.
Oh, red line. That lines up with this. So when I put it onto here, you'll line up with it.
Oh,
see what
good
I'm saying?
idea. Mm-hmm. Let me get a little bit closer.
So when I
see the red line.
So when I crush this onto here, I'm going to line these two up and crush it on.
Gotcha. Okay, oh, that's a good trick.
Yeah, so, all right, boss. Okay, boys, we got it all together, and there she is. It's nice and all. And if you notice, I got all the clips right here so that you can actually see them. So that when you go, if you got to go back in there, it's a lot easier to get them clips out. And if you can see right here, I got this one right here on the top. This one right here. So I want them nice and in a good position. Right here is the other one. In a good position if I got to undo stuff or whatever. So basically that's it. It's all installed, and we'll put it all back together, clean everything up, and hopefully Bob's your uncle. Okay, guys, we've just filled up at the gas station, and we're going to take this XF for a ride. Okay, let's get inside and let's see what we got, folks. So as you can see, we got the XF going on right here. We have the temperature. Let's take a look at the coolant temp. So we can get this going here. All right, let's get that going. So the coolant temp is at 194, which is perfect. Oil temp is 192. So we're looking good. So let's take it for a rip, huh? Let's go.
Go.
Okay, Babs, let's go. We got it going right here. Let's give it a quick rip. Hold on. No, hold on, pause. Okay, peoples. Let's go for a little rip. Ooh, let's slow down a little bit. Oh yeah, can you see the temperature? Nice, very good. Boy, you can hear that supercharger growl, eh, Babs? That shit is growling.
It's like a ton.
Okay, so we're gonna hit these hills. I'm gonna put it in, let's put it in dynamic mode. And I think I might use my paddle shifters for a second. Are you ready, Babs? Here we go. Whoa, this thing can zip, huh? Whoa. Oh, man, he takes corners like crazy.
Okay. That's enough. Woo! Dennis, slow down.
This could take a corner, man. Oh, my God. Isn't that crazy, huh? I was using the paddle shift mode. Let me see up this hill. I'm gonna put it in. It was in third right now. We're in third. All right. All right. Let's start off. Slow down a little bit. All right. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Here we go. Third. Fourth.
Okay.
Woo! Showtime. Oh. All right. So we're pulling back in. The temperature on the gauge is what? 185. So everything looks good. Thermostat's on nice. No problems here. We're looking good. All right, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe if you want. You can hit a like if you want. That would be great. Now, if you want to see the parts list, please hit the like right now. I'm going to make another video with the parts list, and it would help if you hit a like or something like that. That shows that you're interested, that, you know, I can put this thing together for you guys. And I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Have a nice night.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, drop it. You're nicked.
Oh, you're a hard man, McCombie.
Yeah, I am, kid, I am.
Yeah? Come on.